Thank you for staying with us on Politics Today on Channels Television. My guest is one of the founding members of the PDP and was a presidential candidate of the PPA in 2007, Dr. Orji Uzor Kalu. Let me start by asking you, the national conference just ended. Coincidentally, you were not part of that particular conference. What did you miss about the confab?
The confab should not be about me. It was a very good conference, and I missed nothing because I never intended to be member of the conference because I have been busy running from pillar to post, from Sahara Desert to Atlantic Ocean, from Atlantic Ocean to Southern China Sea, from Southern China Sea to Indian Ocean to Pacific. So I've just been on the road, and I didn't miss anything because I believe the conference members themselves they did a very good job.
Interesting. I mean, one major thing that one would think would draw your attention as someone who has fought for the right of the Igbo nation in this country. And you and I have spoken about the southeastern place in this country as a regional bloc in this country. Their new proposition to create states in this country, what are your views about that?
Well, I think the most important state to be created now is the one out of Southeast. If we must be very rational, if we must be very sincere to ourselves, the Constitutional Conference also noted that the Southeast delegates, led by General Ike Nwachukwu, they fought for it and they got it approved by almost all the members of the conference. I think that should be in the front burner now for that state to be created so that at least we can have justice. Because justice is everything that is holding the country on the ground. So if you want to talk truly about Nigeria, you have to first give Southeast the one state as a matter of urgency.
Well, why do you think Southeast needs the state more than any part of Nigeria, the regions in Nigeria?
Every other state have every other zone have six states and other 7 zones. That is not justice. You see, it's only when we come to the country with hand of equity that we'll be able to move the country as fast as we like to move it. In anywhere, wherever there is injustice and there's no fairness, things will start going wrong. And it's a long time we should start playing the name and the game of justice.
Interesting. If one looks at some of the states that were proposed, I mean, at the national conference, of course, a very strategic area in your region, in your state, is Aba, which gets, in fact, it's going to be, if it's approved, it's going to be the name of a new state. Aba is going to be created from Abia State, if that proposition goes through. What do you feel about that?
Fantastic. I don't feel anything. It is the right thing to do if they are creating the whole state they mentioned there. But if they let them even, I'm not even talking about the whole state they are talking about, because creation of states is a very difficult process. But since all Nigerians agreed at the conference that they wanted a state out of Southeast, let them give us one state first in the Southeast. Then we will now start talking about the other states they want to create.
We had 12 states to 19 states, and upward we had the 36 states. You think that those who were responsible for the creation of the 36 states that we currently run have not done justice to the southeastern region?
No. They didn't do, with all amount of honesty and being fair to them. It might have been error, it might not be just, but I think there is a lot of injustice to the Southeast.
You think that could be an error?
It could be an error. It could be also to play down Southeast because of the Civil War. And everything, you can count it anything. It could be an error, honestly. I think it's either way. Like in my local government, where I come from, Bende local government, we used to fight. We used to carry placard to go and beg Commodore Ebitukiwe that we should not be we should not be divided. All the military administrators, they all came from our area. So we used to tell them, no. We go in the night and tell them, don't divide our local government. But we never knew we were killing ourselves. We could have divided a local government like Bende, which I know is one of the largest local governments in the country today. We could have divided into 5 local governments. So this is what I'm saying. It might be an error. It might be oversight. It might also be the injustice, as I've told you.
Interesting. I mean, let me ask you, the Governors Forum was very popular, perhaps not as controversial as it is now when you were governor of Abia State. Tell me about the Governors Forum and what you feel about that association now.
No, the association is still there, and it depended on the caliber of people who are governors. We made it clear that the Governors Forum is not going to be held by one person as a chairman. It was rotational. And because we knew the importance of the forum, we were able to keep the forum together. The federal authorities tried to break us many times, and we said, no, we can never quarrel because of Governors Forum. So we became one forum, and we maintained to be one, and we were one till the day we left.
Tell me, what do you feel about the current state of the Governors Forum? Has it lost its potency?
I cannot say it's lost its potential because both the holder and beholder, I mean the two factions, they all have their reasons why they are apart. So I don't know much now about the Governors Forum. So I will be the wrong person to be talking about the Governors Forum. You should bring Governor Jang or bring Governor Amechi.
Interesting.
Governor Akpabio.
I guess one of the reasons why I'm asking you this question is because of the fact that I know some of the issues that came up when you were governor. A few issues that the Governors Forum came up to stand against. You stood as a group against some of these issues. There were national issues that came up. But this time around, do you see the governors coming together as a force to fight for their rights or the rights of Nigerians as against what they don't believe as an association?
The right is not the right of the governors. The right is the right of the people that have given the governors the mandate to hold on their behalf. So in our time, we fought for the right of the people that have given us mandate.
So you think the current crop of governors that we have are not fighting for the right?
No. If they are fighting for the right of the people that are giving them mandate, there should not be any division.
They should be together.
They should be what? They should be
so
one party.
The leadership issue that has broken the block, that the governors as a pressure group, you think it shouldn't have happened in any case?
There was no need for it. They could have had the AP's Governors Forum, the PDP Governors Forum, and the Governors Forum. There was no need to have 2 Governors Forum. There was no reason whatsoever, in my opinion. I might be wrong.
So do you think that the governors are together in this at this very time?
They are not. How can they be together and have 2 forums? They are not together. Something is wrong somewhere, and they need to fashion it out quickly.
Interesting. Let me ask you. You've come out to speak about some of the things that have happened in this country in the recent past, especially the issue of insurgency. Tell me, the way things are going, what do you think is the way out for us to be able to fight that hydra-headed monster called insurgency?
The way out is what the President Jonathan is doing right away. He have met some of our neighbors, talking with Chad, Cameroon, and I also I read in the newspaper, I just came from London 5 days ago, and I read in the newspaper where people were blaming President Jonathan traveling with Governor Sharif. It was wrong. If I'm Ruben Akpati, I will not even comment on that because it was not necessary. President is president of Nigeria. And president have a right to travel with anybody he feels like that will assist him in the duty he's going to perform on behalf of people of Nigeria. It was not personal. Sharif might be a friend to president of Chad, personal friend. And president of Chad is just president of Chad, and president of Nigeria is president of Nigeria. You need a goal in between to be able to execute what you have gone there to do. And I knew they are talking seriously on how to stop Boko Haram. And to me, president have a right. Sharif is not yet jailed by anybody or brought before court of competent jurisdiction. So the presidency have no right whatsoever to even start apologizing to anybody or start saying whether president travel in the same aircraft with Sharif or not. I mean, we should leave politics alone and talk about our country. This is our country. Country is not owned by President Jonathan. The country was not owned by President Obasanjo or President Babangida or President Shagare. This is our country. The beauty of constitutional democracy is time limit. President Jonathan, if possibly he will do another 4 years, if he's contesting or is going to declare to contest, he will do another 4 years and will give way. And that is the beauty of constitutional democracy. You can see he is not the owner of Nigeria. So people are throwing stones like if we are in a civil mood, or civil war mood against one another. The beauty of democracy is if this party is in power, this party will go back to the opposition, but constructive opposition, not carrying everything the way I'm seeing politicians today, carrying all kinds of things. You can see the battle we had with Obasanjo was purely for the people of Nigeria. It wasn't for me. I lost a bank, I lost an airline, I lost oil block, but I knew I stood for justice because there was no reason for third term. There was no reason for continuation of a president for another tenure. So these are things Nigerian people should fight for. They should not be busy fighting for themselves.
Somehow you say that you got your hands burnt fighting for the people of Nigeria.
Of course, yes, it's true.
Interesting.
They canceled the license of banks. They canceled the license of...
And you think that those are actually tied to your
that was
some of your rules?
Never committed any offense. Issa Yegudu is the governor of Bauchi State, was Minister of Aviation. He knew if one aircraft had committed offense, they went to Enugu Airport, landed. The Captain Sambo, late Captain Sambo, the younger brother to the vice president, was a captain of that aircraft. He was landing in Enugu, and the visibility of Enugu was very clear. The aircraft control was good, and everything about the aircraft, the automatic landing system showed on. He landed. And immediately he landed, the SCCA called him and said, oh, you landed below minimum requirements. He said, no, come and sack my aircraft. The next thing we hear in 3 hours is that slot is suspended. If one aircraft, if one motor, like you have ABC, you have a Canadian transport, if one car committed an offense, will you carry 14 aircraft on ground? You cannot do that. I mean, it's not right.
All right, we take another break. In a bit, I will be talking with Dr. Orji Uzor Kalu about his political ambition and what his stand is. What party does he actually belong at this moment? Join us after now.